Hi, today I'll be doing a detailed comparison of 4 of the most popular desktop Linux distributions in 2026: Pop! OS, Linux Mint, Ubuntu, and Fedora. I'll walk you through what each distro is, what it's good for, where it struggles, and in the end, I'll give you my take on which one I consider the best overall Linux distro for 2026, but with a balanced view, of course, because best really depends on what you need. So let's get started. Pop! OS is developed by hardware vendor System76. It's based on Ubuntu but comes with its own customizations aimed at usability and performance. The goal of Pop! OS is to offer a polished, efficient modern Linux desktop that just works, especially for modern hardware developers, creators, or gamers. Linux Mint is a free open source Linux distro that is built on Ubuntu LTS releases. It focuses on providing a comfortable, stable, and user-friendly desktop experience, ideal for users transitioning from Windows. Ubuntu is a widely used Linux distribution based on Debian, developed by Canonical, and Ubuntu aims to be a universal, broadly accessible Linux from beginners to advanced users, from desktops to servers. And lastly, Fedora. Fedora is sponsored by Red Hat, delivering cutting-edge features, up-to-date software, and a pure open-source environment. Fedora often adopts new kernel versions, updated packages, and modern technologies earlier than many distros. What are the main features of all these platforms? We start with Pop! OS. Auto-tiling and workspace with window management. It helps with multitasking, especially if you work with many windows, like editors, terminals, and browsers. Minimal pre-installed bloats. Clean out-of-box experience. Support for modern hardware including hybrid graphics, easy switching between power-saving and high-performance graphics. An APT-based package management plus Flatpak and Snap support, wide compatibility and flexibility. And there's firmware and system management built in. The firmware and system updates are well integrated with polished UI and modern feel. Modified GNOME interface with productivity-focused tweaks. What about the main features of Linux? Pre-installed essential applications and multimedia support is ready to use immediately after install. Software manager plus Flatpak support as well. Access to a massive software ecosystem. Low to modest hardware requirements. It works well on older or less powerful hardware. Highly customizable and familiar desktop UI. Cinnamon provides a traditional Windows-like layout. Stable release base and conservative update policy. It has fewer unexpected breaks and it has respect for user privacy. There is no telemetry. It avoids invasive tracking. How about the main features of Ubuntu? Large software ecosystem and compatibility. Most third-party apps, drivers, and tools support Ubuntu. There's a regular release cycle and LTS versions. LTS provides long-term security and maintenance support. Snap packages in addition to apt-deb. It allows easy installation of apps with dependencies. And there's a strong community and commercial backing. Lots of documentation, community forums, optional commercial support as well. And the versatility is beyond desktop because server, cloud, Internet of Things editions allow scaling between personal use and enterprise. And lastly, Fedora, the main features of Fedora. Latest software and kernel, bleeding edge updates. GNOME by default, it's a pure GNOME experience, minimal modifications. RPM plus DNF package management for Red Hat-like ecosystem familiarity. And the strong security orientation. SC Linux is enabled by default. It is great for developers, system admins, and users that are wanting control plus modern Linux stack. What is the pricing like? For Pop! OS, it is free and open sourced. You can download and install at any cost. Linux Mint is also free and open sourced. You can download, install, and use without paying anything. Ubuntu is freely available under an open source license as well. You can download and run it for free. And Fedora is also free and open sourced. You can download and use it without paying. So the 4 platforms are free and open sourced. But what are the pros and cons of each of them? We start with Pop! OS, the pros. It is great for developers, content creators, and power users, and it has modern efficient desktop with workspace management and tiling. The pros of Linux Mint is beginner friendly and is easy to use and is great for older PCs or low spec hardware. The pros of Ubuntu: it is user friendly and well documented and has huge software availability. It has wide use in servers and cloud. And the pros of using Fedora is excellent for developers, for tech enthusiasts and cutting-edge users, and it has strong security defaults. How about the cons? For Pop! OS, it's less optimal on older PCs, and it has a slight learning curve for complete Linux newbies. The cons of Linux Mint: it's not bleeding edge, the software versions may lag, and it may miss some of the latest hardware support. It has less modern desktop feel compared to Pop! OS. How about the cons of Ubuntu? It can be resource heavy with GNOME desktop and is less customizable default GNOME experience. It might feel heavier than needed for casual desktop use. And the cons of using Fedora? It has shorter support cycles and more frequent updates, and it is less beginner friendly than Mint or Ubuntu. So which is best in 2026? Well, if I had to pick a single best distro for 2026, assuming a general user who wants a mix of stability, modern features, and good software support, I'd lean toward Pop! OS. That said, as earlier mentioned, best always depends on your priorities, your hardware, your use case, and your comfort level. So with Linux Mint, there's simplicity, stability, and low resource usage. With Ubuntu, there's versatility and wide software and hardware support. With Fedora, there's bleeding edge features for developers and tech enthusiasts. And that's it on the comparison of Pop! OS, Linux Mint, Ubuntu, and Fedora. If you're looking to try other alternatives, you may explore Linux Lite, Zorin OS, and Debian. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and share if you found it helpful, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates.